Think about it for a moment. XRP is about $3. Last time you saw this, it was back in 2017. So if you bought XRP even at the top of the last run of this range, even if you attempted to dollar cost average a bit, not to the bottom, but at least this range, this top range itself, now you're well over 100% in profit. Those who used this time period in XRP, they are well above 5x right now. How high do you think this is going? How high do you think XRP is about to move from here? You put a monthly chart and you see something. I mean, I really want you to understand this. Look at the volume. While we were here with zero volume, I was talking about this to majority of you during the one-on-one sessions, saying when the XRP train breaks this range, the breakout comes eventually, whenever it comes. If the volume comes in following it through like this, the targets would be what? Yeah, exponential targets. And let's see what that means. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. If you're looking at XRP on a macro, you first have to understand key ideas of the market. What is that? Yeah, you go pick up the chart with the maximum time frame you need. This is for you to understand where we may top off. Yeah, the odds of which direction we're going into. Take a quarterly chart. That's a 3-month chart. What do you see here? I think there is a possibility like this, which we will play out. Maybe a little here, maybe a little there. But you already know what I'm talking about. Look at that amount of volume. You never in XRP's history saw that amount of buying strength. So yes, there is going to be a God candle. I agree, it is going to be there. But my question is, the 1, the 2, the 3, are you going against it? Meaning, if you are not taking profits when it's going up, saying this is just the start of it, and it's about to continue higher for the next 10 years, are you on the right side? I think you need to ask that question to yourself. Because when you do slow things up, remove the noise, and zoom in, you have multiple targets in front of you. Say each time we saw XRP doing something, so you go on a weekly, this is clear for you. This is not an hourly, it's a weekly. You get the 1, the 2, the 3. 3 is not very small. It's bigger than wave 1. So in XRP terms, you already understand the 1, 2, 3 happens. And the wave 3 is the biggest. Yeah? 1, 2, 3 happens. Now, that was miss. Yeah. The 1, 2, 3 happens in XRP. And the 3 is the biggest. You can see that. The 1 is tiny. 2 is decent. 3 is bigger than 2. So sometimes you get to see these. Fine. Put that back onto the quarterly chart. What do you see? 1 is small, but it's still decent. 2 was big, but 3 can be bigger, or even as big as the wave 2. Now that actually is a pretty big number. That shows you exponential run to the upside. Say you avoid the wicks, you kind of go into the supply and demand which existed back then. That still shows you a 300x pop. Fine. You plot that to the upside. What do you see here on that region? I think that is a bit too much. Yeah. And that may not happen in the wave 2 of this cycle. Don't get confused. Market cycles, different market cycles. That's 1, 2, 3. Wave cycle of this market cycle. You are in wave 2. So you go in tiny zooming in, you may get to see the microwave structure. You are in wave 3, meaning this is the microwave structure. You are still on a weekly, not hourly. Yeah, you get the 1, you get the 2, you're going for the 3. You can see that. So you saw the 1, 2, 3. Then you had what? A big drop. Next, you got the 1, the 2, the 3. Fine. That's what I want you guys to understand. If the price of XRP is running up, reaching $5, $8, $10, are you not taking profits? Because I believe the exits in this market cycle is going to be exponentially important. Now, why so? On a weekly, you may not actually see negative divergence for local tops. 100% agreed. That is clear. But when you do zoom in on a daily, you get to see something like this, which makes sense. Meaning from this local top to this local top, the price went up. The RSI didn't respond to that. There was some selling pressure. Break it down to a 12-hour chart for some more clarity there. What do you see? I mean, for anyone who holds XRP right now, I believe this is important. The price was going up, but the RSI was not. Yeah. Then you had the downside. Now, that downside was pushed way lower because of the SEC issue. This time around, we may not have that. So the drop is going to be smaller than that. Yeah, it may just come back down to the trend line and then bounce off like crazy. Fine. Agreed. We all respect that. We all understand the fundamentals of this asset, and that's why we are in this for years. Now, if that is so, then the wave 2 is still pending. Yeah, you're doing the wave 1. So the wave 1, wave 2. Inside the wave 1, you're doing the 1, 2, 3. Fine. So we can do that. How high can this go? Say you look at a $7, $8 XRP by this roof. Perfect. I mean, that's way more than enough, because from there, even if you drop back to $2, testing these highs, heavy volatility, the next high is what? Whoa, you're starting from there. Even if you put in the next microstructure like this, it's so big. Now, don't think it's going to take forever. When this guy starts to run, we all understand one thing. It runs for like 20 to 30 days. So now it just started something. What? The next run up. It is putting the next leg to the upside. How long do you think from here it will take? Put a 30-day window max. That's like 9th Feb. XRP should be at the local top, wherever it is. Maybe $5, maybe $8. I don't know. But when the RSI comes down to this point, and the RSI gives you a certainty that the price is going up, but the RSI is going down, that's a negative divergence. So if you get to see that on a daily, on a 3-day, that is a local top. If you get to see that on a weekly, that can be the cycle top as well. Because last time, remember, you never had the negative divergence till this point. It came up here. Fine. That was the cycle top. Now you go back. You take XRP on long friends. You get to see monthly. When the monthly is showing you this, okay, that's the cycle top. So the wave 3 is done here. Sometimes you may have to wait for that, because you get to see these. Yeah. The monthly peaks and the divergence on the monthly or weekly. So now here we are looking at the weekly and asking the question, can we really do this? Are we going to make a divergence? There is a decent chance we may do that. It's not because this asset's utility is going down or fundamentals are going down. If Bitcoin is dropping back below a major support and trending back down and going into a bear market, yeah, this market structure can bleed. Which means you may complete this wave 1, which is 1, 2, 3, and that can become the macro wave. That's what I'm worried about. Now, about the targets. Say you belong to the optimistic group. Fine. You are looking at what should be the maximum possibility. Fine. Your measured move for this breakout we just had the other month is like a 30x, which starts from here around 0.67. And when you plot that, you go all the way up to $20 plus. That's a mind-boggling target. Say you belong to somewhat conservative group. You're plotting this like this. You say 750. Fine. From the breakout, you're plotting that 750. And you're saying somewhere around $5.56 is the target. So you see the difference? If you are so euphoric on that, your targets are much higher. If your market cycle perspective is different, your target is higher. This is why I say you will have to look for the volume and its shift. If the price is still going up and someone else is selling way more than that in volume, there is something wrong. I don't know who the hell is selling, but someone will be selling. And that signal is the negative divergence. So right here, learn how this works, use how it works. Especially in the SI family, we're going through all of this. When we had the discussion last time, I was saying we're getting rejected. Coming back down to the support is good. Breaking that pattern to the downside is fantastic for altcoins. Now, where the hell are we really at? We got rejected. We came back down to the support, but we didn't break this to the downside. Now, yes, after a drop, there can be consolidations. There should be some, because when you do look at the lower trend line, you broke that. So you can literally trend lower. Yeah, that's possible. And that means you are going to see a lot more in action. So you put this onto a daily chart, and this is exactly what you see. The range which you had before to the upside is broken. Now you have a new lower low. A lower high formation would confirm that new trend, just like what we saw back here in the day. There was a trend to the downside. So Bitcoin dominance going down. Some people don't like this, but that's true that the altcoins will go up. But certainty should be based on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin now is reaching a daily trendline resistance on the RSI. Maybe in a couple of days, we're going to hit that. Then you move on. You move on to a 3-day chart. You have a clear negative divergence, which you cannot deny. You're forming some kind of a pattern. You're still inside that pattern. You didn't break that to the upside. So wait for all the follow-throughs and follow-ups in the market. We're literally going through all of them in the Patreon so that you guys understand that clearly. When the market pops, you need to know what's happening. Because now you look at Ether. What do you see? The price is still here. The price is still doing this. The RSI argues I'm still below the resistance. I'm not breaking to the upside. If you get a break to the upside, which the pattern suggests, it's a falling wedge. It usually breaks to the upside. When you get such pattern like this, what happens is a follow through and a breakout. Now we don't know how high that breakout is going to lead the price action to. That means there is a possibility that the price action is creating something like this, which is very optimistic. Yeah, not that big target for sure, but still that's a decent target for Ether. Another 80% after the breakout from 4,000, which means the price can still run up to $6,000-$7,000 in Ether. And that's a good thing. Yeah, you have a trend line here, which we haven't retested. But if you break to the upside, you're not looking at that. You're looking at the first resistance here at 4K. Only if you get rejected there, you're looking at the bottom. But the pattern suggests you still have some decent upside. It may not be the textbook pattern at that time, but it's our responsibility to follow it up. And we'll be doing that in the Scientific Investor family up here. Be a part of that. 1,500 plus members. If you received value, smash the like button for me. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.